Investors, welcome to the 15th of December 2014. The trade today is called MTN, and the last traded price was at 211 Rand and 74 cents. The action on this trade is to do a buy, and the objective is to buy it from a low to a high. Entry level will be close to a level of 210 Rand and 1 cent. That's the blue line. Target's going to be 220 Rand and 97 cents. That's the green line here. Stop loss to be used is 204 Rand and 53 cents. The current open trades are still FSR, MDC, SA Breweries, as well as ShopRite. Looking at the top 40 index on the newsletter, the blue line is the top 40 shares of the JSE, and that index movement is going down, and it's still trading underneath the 5-day dotted grey line, as well as the 20-day moving average on the solid grey line. Looking at the Dow Jones, well, this was the close on Thursday evening, and on Friday they closed a massive, almost 1.8% down on the blue line here, almost 315 points down. So they actually traded to this level here, closed to a level of 17,218 points. Now, calling up the Bollinger Bands, in the short term, they've broke the table or the green line of the Bollinger Bands and the bottom. So they're trading at this levels here. Currently, the futures about 10-12 points positive for late afternoon trade. Currently, gold is trading at $1,218 per ounce, and they also came a bit down. Oil is still trading underneath the $60 barrel at this moment, and that was also a big cue of the downward movement of the Dow Jones. Looking at the J200, that's the top 40 index, still trading a downward momentum, and expectation is that they're currently about 400 points down for opening at 8:30 to 9 o'clock this morning. So we could see a bit negative movement. Asia is also down following the Americans' downfall movement on Friday. Especially Australia's gold in mines are also down, like Billiton, almost 2.5% down. Looking at some shares, here's some ShopRite. Now ShopRite came down, trading the band between 156 on the top here and 151.59 at the bottom. Still in a downward channel movement. You can see it in the Bollinger Band starting to turn here. And expectation is if it breaks at 151 Rand 59, the downside could be back here to 146 Rand and 98 cents on the 61% on the Fibonacci. The same happens with Mr. Price, coming down, trading a bit of sideways, lost a lot of momentum. Momentum is currently sideways, but still supporting the 61.8%. That's a level of 213 Rand and 52 cents. Looking at Woolies. Now Woolies also in the downward movement. I'm keeping my eye on the 61.8% on this specific share on a level of 72 Rand and 99. Currently testing the 74 and 66. At any time if it breaks it, that could be your new low on this downward movement. Banking shares. Barclays did break this low here on 175.83, coming down, tested this level of 171.63. So this is the low there. Current trading range is 175.83. If broken, could go back. If it breaks this level of 171.63, more downside could be due to 168.24. Shares currently trading at 173.13. Standard Bank. Now, Standard Bank is, I just want to draw this up for you so you can actually see this pattern playing out here, plus minus. And it's like a positive channel where the shares jumping from the bottoms to the tops. Now, high, low, high, low, high, low. So it's testing this level here, and it's a very important level of 135.96 on this specific share. If it breaks it, it could go back to 133.95, but it's a very small movement. Let's go to your MTNs. MTN, a big downward channel, then a very small downward channel. So this is the big one, this is the small one. Current lows is 210, current highs is 220. Still trading between the green and the purple Bollinger Band in a downward movement. Getting a bit of support at this level here, year, and year. So track this one closely for speculation at this time on this specific market as well. Vodacom, still in big cycles, still coming down, testing levels of about 125 here at the bottom. Current latest low is 122, but just keep an eye on this trade. Old Mutual, look at this. Old Mutual is trading in the sideways bet support here of the Fibonacci on 23.6%. Need to see if we can break this 23.6% or level of 33.95. Next low could be back here at 33.18, but it seems that the balance wants to turn in a negative channel, but let's see if it can happen. Needs to break this 33.95 or a bit lower, let's say 33.50. IPL, Imperial came down in a downward channel, broke my 61%, went down, still trading the negative channel between the green and the purple downwards. Could expect a bit of most probably downward movement. Look at this: high, low, high, lower, high, lower, high, lower, and high. So if at any time, if it breaks this low here, plus minus on this bottom of 173, now this is this low here, 173, next low could be back to 165. INP, that is Investec. Looking at Investec, still in a beautiful downward movement at this moment. On the lows here, on the highs here, next expectation low is close to the 94 rand. So let's see if the market could give this momentum to this low here in the short term. Track this market closely. Remember, Tuesday will be a public holiday. They will be training at SMC starting at 10 o'clock till approximately 1 o'clock. Wednesdays the market will resume, and very important to follow is the future close out of some contracts of shares on the JSE. That will happen on Thursday midday, so that could also have a bit of volatility in the stock markets. Enjoy trading.